Hi, it's Amber. Um, so I'd like to talk today about how do you make friends with people? How do you connect? A lot of times I feel lonely. Like I have a hard time trying to connect with people, and it's hard. I'm 52 years old, and I still struggle making friends with people, and I struggle with feeling lonely sometimes, even though I have a house full of people. Um, Five of my kids haven't left home yet. Though most of them are adults. Um, and I just feel lonely a lot of the time. Um, I go to church and I go to second hour, and the second hour of church, it's usually Sunday school or Relief Society, and I just don't feel comfortable in there. And I'm actually looking forward to this new schedule they're going to do in next month, where there's going to be less time between classes to visit because it's super uncomfortable for me to sit there and just wait for class to start and for people to try to talk to each other. It's hard. Um, Today, someone asked me how my summer had been going, and I said it's been going great. And I didn't know what more to say. I asked her how her summer had been going. She said it's been busy, it's been fun, and it's been really busy. And I didn't know if I should ask her further about that. And she just kind of looked away, and then I wasn't sure if I should ask more questions. I mean, my kids tell me I have a little bit of autistic tendencies, and that's why I tend to miss conversations about things. And I don't know, I don't know what more to say. Like she just started talking to somebody else, and so I just sat there and just read an article in the church magazine and waited for class to start. And it gets pretty noisy in there before class starts, and it's really uncomfortable for me, and I don't like it. And I mean, when I was young, I grew up when I was a teenager. I had a lot of friends at church, and it was comfortable and it was nice. And I don't know, it's not been like that for me since, and it's just been very uncomfortable. And I have a hard time talking to people, and it just feels lonely. Are there other people out there that struggle with friendships and with not knowing how to talk to people and not knowing how to connect? I struggle with connections because the way I was raised, I was never properly taught how to, have a good relationship. Um, a lot of complaining going on in my house when I was young. Um, a lot of complaining about life and a lot of negativity, a lot of excuses, um, just hard stuff. I was awkward socially in high school days. Having heaps of responsibility upon my shoulders during that time certainly didn't help that at all. Um, I want to be connected with people. I want to have friends. I've lived in this neighborhood for over 20 years now, and I really don't feel like I've connected with anybody, and it's hard. Um, I mean, you can say hello to people, and conversations for me have just really always been on the surface, and I have a hard time with that. And they say, yeah, serve people. I serve people, and it just doesn't happen. Um, get out there, serve people. I do that. It just doesn't happen. And I'm working on it. I go to therapy. I read books about, how to connect with people, and I'm putting some of those things into practice, but I don't know. It's just been a hard road, and I have a hard time with it. Um, and I just feel lonely, and I have a hard time struggling with that, making connections and things like that. Do you have a hard time making connections with people? Do you feel lonely? And, you know, are you older like me and feel lonely, hard time making connections with people? Um, so yeah, I try and I keep trying, and I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. I think there's something I'm missing. Um, I read the Gottman's book about, bids for attention, and I've noticed that I tend to turn away from people when they give out bids for attention, but I have a hard time catching that too because, I mean, I don't know, I just don't seem to notice it. I guess I've just grown up ignoring people because I was taught to ignore things, and so it's been tough. It's been hard. Yeah. So if you struggle with relationships, if you struggle with making friends with people, if you struggle talking to people, just normal talking, like, I don't know, any kind of talking, let me know. And maybe we can figure this out together. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.